everybody, and welcome back to the One Bar and Lupagus show. I am Lupagus here with One Bar, and today we are going to talk about, is there any hope for the Vikings this season? Can they still make the playoffs? They won 2 in a row. Should we feel hope, and are we fools if we do?
It's a valid question. I mean, we're 3-5. We were 1-5 at one point. We're just giving Ngakoue away. It appeared everything was just done. Even at the trade deadline, everyone was thinking, myself included, we're just going to start offloading all these guys. But we are now 3-5, and not just 3-5, but it kind of looks like we're getting a little bit better.
Yeah, the defensive line's improved quite a bit the last couple of weeks. Dalvin Cook is playing out of his head. And even this beleaguered, off the street, inexperienced group of cornerbacks are kind of holding together. And really, without Ngakoue, the pass rush has been at least the same. I mean, I wouldn't say it's better, but it's been both the same. So this team is kind of starting to come together. And the big thing is that you look ahead who's coming up, and there's some winnable games on the schedule.
There is some winnable games, but first thing I want to address is the fact that you just said beleaguered.
Hell yeah, I use that word all the time.
I'm going to start
butt cheeks.
I'm going to start using that as soon as tomorrow. That is a hell of a word, but yes, we wouldn't have this much hope if our schedule moving forward wasn't as, it's kind of I won't say cakewalk, but we have the Bears on prime time next Monday night, which will clearly be the game.
That's a gut check game right there.
Yeah. If we go to Chicago on Monday night and beat them, then yes, absolutely we should have hope, even though we still have a losing record.
Should we stop this video right now and just wait till next week?
No, because it's still a talker. I mean, the Bears, did they win today?
No, they lost.
So the Bears are what's the record?
5-4, I think. I don't think they've had a bye yet.
Yeah, I mean, the Bears completely rely on their defense, which will be our issue. But if the issue is prime time, we know Kirk Cousins, what he does on prime time. We know the Vikings kind of shit the bed on prime time. But the Bears is a very, very winnable game. And if we beat them and then we go to the Cowboys, Panthers, Jaguars, there is absolutely a reason to have hope.
Crazy. You can lose the game against the Bears and still have hope. So, yeah, there's definitely hope. Look right now, the Cowboys are actually holding their own against the Steelers, which is very shocking. So you never know. But here's another thing that Vikings fans should have hope on. Even if the Bears are a good team, Panthers, they fight. They're pretty good. The Vikings have done well against good teams. You know, that they beat the Packers. They should have beat the Seahawks. They probably should have beat the Titans. So the Vikings have shown that they can hang with just about anybody except those Atlanta Falcons.
Damn Falcons. They made us look like fools. But yeah, we're the best part about this and the reason to have hope, aside from the schedule moving forward, is, like I said, right when we started, we're getting better. The offensive line is playing better. Defensively, we're playing better. And this is a defense that has been without kind of our big guns. I wouldn't say big guns, but our secondary has been just gross. I mean, gross.
Yeah, I mean, it's a team. Sometimes they always say, it's not who you play, it's when you play them. And I think the Vikings are becoming into that part where they're a team you might not want to play right now. And I think the biggest reason for that is Dalvin Cook. The Vikings keep feeding him the ball, and he keeps doing wonders with it. And why would you stop at this point? The Bears coming up is definitely going to be tough, but whether you win that game or not, you got 3 after that. So worst case, you're sitting at 6-6 with 4 games to go. And you got to remember, there's an extra playoff spot this year. So even if the Vikings finish 8-8, there's a pretty good chance they squeak in.
Yeah, I mean, pretty good chance. I'd say a chance. I mean, when you look at the NFC South, the Saints are 5-2, right below the Bucks at 6-2. And in the NFC West, they're doing pretty damn good too. The Rams, Cardinals, and Seahawks. So that extra playoff spot would be our only hope. We all know the NFC East is grosser than you with your pants on the floor. So there's a mild chance, but I really do think it kind of hangs on what they do against the Bears next week. If they shit the bed or if they lose that game, while they're still maybe in the mix a little bit. If they win that game, it would really get Vikings fans and myself visibly aroused.
Yeah, I mean, is there hope for the rest of the season? Yes, there's still hope. Is there hope we're going to get Justin Fields or Trevor Lawrence? No, that's not going to happen. So if that's your hope, it ain't going to happen. The Vikings are going to finish somewhere around that 500 mark, slightly above, slightly below, or right at it. But if you're talking about hope for that, it ain't happening.
Yeah, the Vikings will. I mean, they started off very, very disgusting, very, very gross wins, but we all knew way down deep in our hearts and our butt cheeks that eventually they would at least turn it around. Zimmer was not going to let this team go 2-14. We have too many talented players on this team to do that. So worst case, I do see like a 500 team, maybe 7-9. Worst case. But when you look at the schedule, we have the Bears and we have the Saints and we have the Bucks. Those are the tough games left on our schedule. Other than that, it's really not that bad.
Yeah, I mean, you got two with the Bears, one more with the Lions, who the Vikings were clearly better than today. So the Jags seem like a gimme, and the Cowboys, I know they're playing better right now, but that might not hold. So yeah, I think getting to 8-8 is definitely very, very easy, and maybe winning one that you're not supposed to win, whether that's against the Saints or the Bucks. There's definitely hope. The way the team's playing right now, there's so much hope.
All right. Well, at this point, Lupagus, do you feel that the Vikings will make the playoffs? Putting you on the spot.
I have hope, but no, I don't think you're gonna make the playoffs.
Oh my God. Appreciate your honesty. I I'm kind of in the same boat. I have hope. I have hope they'll turn this around. Well, 9-7, 8-8 is kind of where I see them. Playoffs, man, some other teams would really have to step on their dicks moving forward because we're 3-5. We're 3-5.
Yeah, but there's still 8 games left. So the teams that look good now might shit the bed and start looking bad. The Vikings could continue to climb and look better. So there's still a lot of season left. So even though it's November, we still got 2 months left. So a lot of things can happen. You got to factor that in too.
All right. Well, let me rephrase that. If the Vikings beat Chicago Monday night, do you think the Vikings will make the playoffs?
Ask me after that happens.
I will. I am. I'm going to ask you that after it happens.
All right, good. Because I can't answer that right now.
Yeah, it's too early. I mean, we can't get excited about 3-5. There's no reason to be excited about 3-5. But Dalvin Cook, hot shit. As long as this guy's on our team, we can win any damn game that's out there.
Yeah, there's always hope when you got number 33 and you're handing him the ball 33 times a game.
Oh, hell yeah. Hell yeah. So there is reason to have hope. Whether that's hope that we just have a season where we can see a few wins that we didn't expect, or if it's hope that we actually make a run for the playoffs.
Hell yeah. And this has nothing to do with hope, but it's be something you can impress your friends with. Cats show trust by headbutting people.